starting with 1 million luck points. Chapter 166, The Big Shot is Here. The effects of the bloodline pill and the physique cup he had obtained last time were pretty good. In the past few days, he had repeatedly made Ling eat apples that contained the liquid of the physique cup. The latter's ice muscle body had clearly become much stronger. Other people might find it difficult to sense, but Zhou Hao could clearly sense the changes in Ling. There were many people live streaming. Moreover, just from the thumbnails, one could tell that they were powerful experts. After thinking for a moment, Zhou Hao still entered Fairy Yu Ling's live stream. The latter's thumbnail looked clean and refined, giving off the aura of a fairy. As Zhou Hao entered, the users in the live stream immediately went wild. Damn, the big shot is here. Welcome, I'm just an ordinary person. Hello, big shot. Please help me, big shot. I've spent tens of millions of Heaven Dao coins on the mystery box. I didn't get anything from it. I'm losing blood. Same here, same here. That mystery box is getting more and more shady. One by one, the gold and platinum users sent out messages. The silver users were also constantly browsing through the messages. Many users who were unfamiliar with Zhou Hao's username were dumbfounded. Fairy Yu Ling was also excited. Thank you, big shot, for coming to my live stream room again. I'm so honored. The other users also started teasing. Haha, Fairy Yu Ling is already excited. He's already visited your live stream twice. If you're not going to express your gratitude, then at least show your face. That's right. Fairy Yu Ling, why don't you start a video live stream? Zhou Hao was in a good mood as he typed on the public chat. Good evening, everyone. Wow, the big shot spoke. Is it nighttime in the big shot's world? I'm feeling inexplicably excited. Many users responded. Zhou Hao stopped looking at the public chat after typing. He did not come to the live stream to chat with others. After opening the gift, he directly spent 1 million luck points. Immediately, rows of numbers appeared behind the energy bars, the bloodline pill, and the other gifts. Zhou Hao first gifted 100 energy bars and got 500 times the reward. Then, he gave away 230 cultivation technique fruits and got 1000 times the reward. 1 million luck points could only last for a minute. After Zhou Hao received the rewards, he immediately looked at the concept pill, which cost 5,000 coins per pill. At this moment, the number behind the concept pill was already at 210. Moreover, it was changing relatively quickly. In just 2 to 3 seconds, the number reached 140. Clearly, many users in the other live stream rooms were giving away concept pills. Zhou Hao held his breath as he stared fixedly at the concept pill. This gift was too expensive and he did not have much balance in his account. Therefore, he did not dare to directly throw out 150 pills. After all, the number was changing too fast. Perhaps other live stream users would also give out gifts like this while he was giving away the gift. In that case, it will have to depend on how fast his fingers moved. Ding! Just as he was hesitating, the top of the live stream screen immediately displayed, "Congratulations user for entering the Dao as a demon for gifting the concept pill and obtaining the reward multiplied by 1000 times." Seeing this, Zhou Hao regretted it. He did not expect the reward to be multiplied by 1000 times this time. If he had known this would happen, he would have given more than 100 pills even if he had to lose money. The reward for the concept pill is multiplied by 1000 times again. That's right. This entering the Dao as a demon is a diamond big shot. I often see him post messages. Concept pills can increase one's comprehension of the myriad things in the world. With 1000 of them, one's comprehension will definitely soar. Nonsense. Even a pig can figure out the profundity of a heaven and earth concept after consuming 1000 pills. I remember that Fairy Yu Ling once obtained a concept pill. The users in the live stream were chatting on the public chat. Zhou Hao swept his gaze over the information and returned to the gifts. Just as he was about to look at the other gifts, his face revealed surprise. After the other user had just gotten the reward for the concept pill, the number behind immediately changed to 57. There's actually another reward after the 1000 times reward. Upon seeing this, he became excited. This time, he no longer hesitated. He directly clicked on the concept pill and quickly gifted away 60. Ding! The sound of gold coins colliding sounded. The top of the live stream immediately displayed, "Congratulations, I am just an ordinary person for giving away the concept pill and obtaining the reward multiplied by 500 times. All the hosts could see the winning information for gifts that cost more than 2000 coins. Many users in Fairy Yu Ling's live stream were dumbfounded. Chapter 167, It's Not Easy. To live stream, please befriend me. Damn, big shot, aren't you too impressive? You even dared to give out gifts after the 1000 times reward, and you even won. You picked up nearly 500 concept pills for nothing. Big brother, are you being blessed by Lady Luck? The gifts of this software do come out one after another sometimes. It must be because entering the Dao as a demon gave too many gifts just now. Otherwise, it would be impossible for him to get a 500 times reward after just giving away 60 concept pills. Ah, I'm so envious. I should have gifted a few dozen just now. Alright, it's useless to be envious. Not everyone dares to give away concept pills. Fairy Yu Ling also hurriedly sent a private message to Zhou Hao. Congratulations, big shot, for obtaining the reward for the concept pill. Big shot, do you want to add me as a Dao friend so that we can chat normally? At this moment, the numbers behind the gifts disappeared. Zhou Hao was in a good mood. He opened his private message and couldn't help but smile. What's a Dao friend? How do I do that? Seeing that Zhou Hao had replied, Fairy Yu Ling was extremely excited and hurriedly sent another message. Big shot, click on the top right corner of the live stream. There will be a "Do you want to add Fairy Yu Ling as a Dao friend?" You can click on it. Alright, Zhou Hao replied. Then, he followed Fairy Yu Ling's instructions and clicked on the screen. Indeed, a message popped up. Soon, he added Fairy Yu Ling as his Dao friend. After he left the live stream room, he realized that there was an additional Dao friend list on his personal page. Thank you for adding me as a friend, big shot. The message page flashed. It was actually sent by Fairy Yu Ling. You're welcome, Zhou Hao replied simply. At the same time, he checked his backpack. At this moment, there were 500 additional energy bars, 1000 cultivation technique fruits, and 500 concept pills in his backpack. As for the 6 gold level gifts, other than the comprehension leaf, he had already received all of them at least once. Therefore, he simply entered Fairy Yu Ling's live stream room again. One comprehension leaf cost 1000 coins. He still had more than 1,000,000 Heaven Dao coins in his account and could give away more than 1,000. Therefore, after thinking for a moment, Zhou Hao did not spend any more luck points and directly gave away the comprehension leaf. He had gifted more than 1,100 items this time and had only obtained 500 times the reward. Is he trying to get all the gold level gifts? Now that he's gotten all the gold level gifts, the big shot will probably aim for the platinum level gifts next. The cheapest platinum level gift costs 10,000 coins, and the multiplier is very low. It's said that the highest reward is only 100 times. A platinum level gift is an upgraded version of a gold level gift. The software system definitely won't give it in bulk like a gold level gift. Moreover, I've seen diamond users give diamond level gifts. The multiplication is even lower. However, any one of those gifts is worth no less than a rare item in a mystery box. Zhou Hao looked at the news on the public chat and subconsciously looked at the platinum level gift. Indeed, the platinum level gifts had the same name as the gold level gifts. Energy bars, bloodline pills, cultivation technique pages, comprehension stone tablets, divine body constitution, concept scroll. The corresponding prices for these gifts were 10,000 coins, 20,000 coins, 50,000 coins, 100,000 coins, 200,000 coins, and 500,000 coins. It was ridiculously expensive. However, Zhou Hao was not surprised. After all, after testing the effects of these gifts, he felt that the gifts were very worth it. It had to be known that countless experts, even if they had money, were unable to buy such precious items. However, in the Heaven Dao software, these items were like wholesale items in the shop. As long as one paid a certain amount of Heaven Dao coins, one could obtain them. I'll digest the items I obtained first before gifting these platinum level gifts. Zhou Hao thought to himself. Since the platinum level gift was an upgraded version, the effect would definitely be better than a gold level gift. However, he didn't mind the gold level items for now and was not in a hurry to get the platinum items. At this moment, the private message flashed again. Zhou Hao opened it and saw that it was from Fairy Ling. Big shot, if you want me to, I'll start a video live stream tomorrow. Upon seeing this, his mind could not help but flash with Fairy Ling's ethereal thumbnail, and an urge rose in his lower abdomen. Suppressing it forcefully, he frowned and asked, Fairy Ling, since you're so enthusiastic, you should have some needs, right? Tell me directly. Fairy Ling was stunned. She did not expect the other party to be so direct. However, they were both cultivators, so there was no point in being shy. Therefore, she hurriedly said, Big shot, it's like this. If you want to maintain the live stream, you need at least 10 million coins worth of gifts per day. Zhou Hao came to a realization. A gift of 10 million Heaven Dao coins was equivalent to 1 billion yuan, which was 10 colored energy crystals. In the live stream room, it was equivalent to giving away 20 platinum level concept scrolls worth 500,000 coins each. Fairy Ling, the quota of 10 million coins should not be difficult for you, right? He said indifferently. Although there were few users who sent gifts in the live stream, there were still occasionally platinum and diamond users who sent gifts. Moreover, every time they sent gifts, they would basically receive multiplied rewards. For example, the minimum requirement could be easily met if 2,000 gold level gift concept pills were gifted. Fairy Ling smiled bitterly. With her current popularity, it was indeed very easy for her to get gifts worth 10 million coins a day. However, the competition between the streamers was very intense. If she only completed the minimum requirements every day, then her ranking would quickly decline. If this continued, her exposure rate would be very low. Not to mention obtaining the reward of the Heaven Dao software, even maintaining the broadcast would be very difficult. Big shot, all users who open the Heaven Dao software will have to compete for the rankings every month. Chapter 168, Fairy Ling's Compromise. If your ranking is lower than 100,000, even if you meet the minimum gift requirements for the live stream room, your broadcast privileges will still be revoked. You will have to wait for 3 years before you can continue broadcasting. If your privileges are revoked 5 times, you will be permanently kicked out of the Heaven Dao software. When Zhou Hao heard this, he asked curiously, can't you stop broadcasting if you don't want to get kicked out? Fairy Ling nodded. No, once you start broadcasting, you can't quit. However, there are many benefits to broadcasting a live stream. Usually, after the user level reaches the diamond level, they will basically start broadcasting or become one of the top 10 on the live stream rankings. When you reach the diamond level, you will understand. Fairy Ling's words revealed a lot of information. Zhou Hao also knew that the higher the level of the software user, the more authority they would have. For example, he was only able to see the gold mystery box after upgrading to the gold level. How do I check the ranking? He asked again. Big shot, click on my cover profile. You'll be able to see the stream of gifts and the rankings. Fairy Ling replied. Zhou immediately clicked on the cover profile picture in the upper left corner of Fairy Ling's live stream room. Immediately, he saw that the stream of gifts in Fairy Ling's live stream room displayed 17 days and 18 billion gifts, current ranking 87,190. He could not help but be surprised. After 17 days and more than 10 billion gifts, she was still ranked in the top 90,000. The competition in the live stream room was too intense. Fairy Ling, looks like it's not easy for you either. He could not help but sigh with emotion. He originally thought that Fairy Ling was quite popular, but he did not expect her ranking to be so low. That's right. Big shot, you also know that most users are cultivators. Although the gifts in the live stream can greatly reduce cultivation time, there aren't many big shots like you who are so lucky. Even if many users give gifts, most of them are still relatively cheap. Only users above the diamond level will give expensive gifts when they want to increase their strength. Fairy Ling paused for a moment and continued, and the users in my live stream are all relatively low level. Therefore, although my popularity is high, my ranking is still very low. At this point, she bit her lip and hesitated for a moment before saying, Big shot, I hope you can come to my live stream often. If you have any requests, you can ask me. I'll try my best to satisfy them. Zhou smiled. Will you satisfy my excessive requests? He asked half-jokingly. Fairy Ling did not reply. Zhou thought that he had angered Fairy Ling, but he did not care. After all, no one owed anyone anything on the software, and he was not obligated to help Fairy Ling. Closing the software, he swiped his phone for a while. Before sleeping, he habitually looked at the software again and suddenly saw a message flash. Fairy Ling replied, Sure. Zhou was stunned. He really did not expect Fairy Ling to agree. However, the latter's ranking this month was indeed very low. Presumably, Fairy Ling was under a lot of pressure. Fairy Ling, I was joking. Don't take it seriously. I'll go to your live stream when I have the time, he replied and closed the Heaven Dao software. Mountains stood with ethereal immortal aura in a picturesque scenery. In a hot spring on the peak of a mountain. Fairy Ling's skin was smooth like jade and her entire body emitted an indescribable immortal aura that was clean and refined. Her figure was like the golden ratio, curvaceous and curvy. The hot spring water vapor rose and soaked her waterfall-like hair. Peak Master, Elder Kingsu has come to visit, a female attendant bowed from 100 meters away from the hot spring. Tell him that I'm not feeling well and can't see guests. Her cold voice was void of emotion. The maid nodded and retreated. Fairy Ling looked at the virtual screen displayed by the Heaven Dao software and sighed faintly. If not for the double pressure of reality and virtuality, she would not have changed her attitude. I hope this I'm just an ordinary person won't be too excessive with his request. She bit her lip lightly, looking pitiful. Did. At this moment, the notification flashed. She hurriedly opened it and saw Zhou's reply. A smile appeared on her beautiful face, and her anxious heart slowly relaxed. After joining the Heaven Dao software for nearly 2 years, she knew very well how rare it was to come across a lucky big shot like Zhou. Whether it was the rare items in the mystery box or the precious gifts in the live stream room, even though they increased the strength of every user greatly, it was still very difficult for users to obtain them. However, not only did Zhou obtain many rare level items from the mystery box, but he also got consecutive rewards in the live stream. Such a user was definitely a big shot that many streamers would want to rope in. Chapter 169, Strength Test. Moreover, the first live stream room this big shot ever entered was her live stream room. This was undoubtedly a rare opportunity for Fairy Ling. It was precisely because of this that Fairy Ling finally changed her attitude after thinking for a long time. However, it was fortunate that the other party did not seem to take the opportunity to make any other requests. This made her feel extremely grateful. She looked at the message window. Fairy Ling directly spent 10,000 Heaven Dao coins and sent a voice message. Thank you. Zhou naturally did not know that his casual joke had made Fairy Ling conflicted and nervous. To him, the Heaven Dao software was only a way to increase his strength. His attention was basically focused on reality. Especially after learning about the crisis humanity on Earth was facing, it was even more impossible for him to focus on the Heaven Dao software. The next morning, an ear-piercing ringtone sounded. Rumble. Be it the villa or the dormitory area, an earthquake-like sound sounded. 60 students quickly dressed and rushed to the training ground. This was the first day of school for the 7th training camp. If they were late, the consequences would be unimaginable. On the training grounds, Yang Hui, a second-grade supernatural expert, stood upright. Swoosh! 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 The 60 students, including Zhou and Su Ling, gathered in less than 5 minutes. Yang Hui looked at his watch and swept his gaze coldly. Since today is the first day, I'll give you an extra 5 minutes. However, from tomorrow onwards, the moment the bell rings, you will only have 3 minutes to gather. For every second that passes, you will run an extra lap around the entire training camp. Do you understand? Zhou and the others immediately said in unison, understood. Yang Hui nodded. Very good. Today, we'll conduct a strength test to better understand your strength. With that said, he clapped his hands. Soon, the logistic eons of the training camp brought over testing equipment. Many members were familiar with these equipment. Fist strength, speed, reaction time. These are the 3 most basic data for martial artists. And these precise equipment are currently the most advanced for humans. They can accurately test each of your strengths, Yang Hui's voice sounded. We will test you guys in the order of your rankings. Zhou, you go first. Swoosh! Swoosh! Many students looked at Zhou. The sudden increase in strength of a plant spirit like the purple marrow liquid is not big. It's said that Zhou was only a martial artist before. I estimate that after one night, he should have reached the level of an intermediate level martial artist. That's right. At most, he'll be a peak intermediate level martial artist. The effects of the purple marrow liquid are more obvious in the later stages. What a pity. The plant spirit is simply wasted on him. Some students whispered to each other. Of course, they were jealous of Zhou and the others. After all, in terms of strength and cultivation level, Zhou was basically ranked at the bottom of the class. Zhou stepped forward and punched the fist strength testing device. Fist strength displayed, 8,310 kilograms, followed by speed, 75 m/s, and then reaction time. The 3 statistics were out very quickly. Yang Hui looked at Zhou and said indifferently, you improved quite a lot. It seems you didn't waste the purple marrow liquid. The students who were originally discussing were proven wrong. Next were Su Ling, Yuan Chen, and the others. They had all consumed the purple marrow liquid and had generally improved by a level. For example, Yuan Chen, Yun Yan, and the others had all advanced to the master level without exception. Su Ling's advancement was even more exaggerated, directly reaching peak level master. The students were so shocked that their jaws almost fell off. If the purple marrow liquid had improved them by so much in one night, then the subsequent medicinal effect would be even greater. At this rate, Su Ling would at least be able to advance to the intermediate level Grand Master level. Even Yang Hui looked surprised. In the entire class, only Zhou had a calm expression. The reason why Su Ling had improved so much was naturally because of the physique cup. After consuming more than 100 physique cups, her ice muscle body had almost been upgraded from the low level to the intermediate level. Naturally, the absorption effect of the plant spirit was also doubled. Ji Yufan, who was standing behind the group, had an ugly expression. If it was before, he would be very happy that Su Ling had improved so quickly. However, now that he knew that Su Ling did not have a good impression of him, he wanted her to improve as slowly as possible. What's the use of having a high cultivation level? Combat ability is the most important. He snorted coldly in his heart. After an hour and a half, all the students finished their testing. Among them, the strongest was undoubtedly Su Ling, followed by Ji Yufan, Yuan Chang, Yun Yan, and the others. Because Yuan Chang, Yun Yan, and the others had consumed the purple marrow liquid, they all rushed into the top 10. The lowest ranked martial artist in the entire class was an intermediate level martial artist. Yang Hui looked at the students who were discussing and snorted heavily. Do you feel that your strength is all right? Are you feeling smug? I can tell you clearly that your class is the weakest among the 7 training camps in the entire fortress base. As he spoke, his gaze was cold. In the first training camp, all 180 students from the 3 classes have at least reached the intermediate level master level. In the second training camp, the lowest level students of the 2 classes are at the master level. In the 6th training camp, all the students have reached the level of high-level martial artists. When Yuan Chang, Yun Yan, and the other students heard this, they immediately fell silent. Chapter 170, Insect Wave Attack. Yang Hui said coldly, if not for the plant spirit, there would only be 2 people in your class who have reached the master level. Therefore, put away your pride. You guys might be the best students of your city, but you are still inferior to the other students. Starting from today, you will train in the morning, go out in the afternoon to hunt demon beasts, and return to the classroom to attend class for an hour at night. Their schedules were packed, but no one complained. After all, no one wanted to be ranked at the bottom. The day's devilish training quickly ended. Most of the students returned to their dorms exhaustedly, as if their bodies had been emptied. Zhou Hao, on the other hand, was very relaxed. Yang Hui's training was not difficult for him at all. He returned to the villa to take a shower and went to the balcony on the 2nd floor. Su Ling seemed to have also just finished showering. She was wearing cute pajamas and enjoying the wind on the balcony. Zhou Hao, are you tired from training today? She asked as she combed her hair. I'm all right. Zhou Hao jumped to Su Ling's balcony and smelled the fragrance on her body. Su Ling rolled her eyes at Zhou Hao. Your butt is itching for a beating again, right? Go back to your room. Just as Zhou Hao was about to speak, Yun Yan from Villa 8 also came out in her pajamas. Her pajamas were very sexy, completely highlighting her fiery figure. Yun Yan looked at Zhou Hao and Su Ling, who were on the balcony, and teased, hey, the 2 of you, watch your behavior. Su Ling's face was red as she kicked Zhou Hao. What are you waiting for? Go back quickly. Zhou Hao glared at Yun Yan and turned around to return to his balcony. Su Ling, let's go shopping later. We didn't really get to buy any clothes when we came, Yun Yan suggested. Sure, let's bring Fang Yu too. The 3 of us can all go together, Su Ling said with a smile. When Zhou Hao heard this, he couldn't help but shout, Zhang Yi, Yuan Chang, come out here. We need to have some activities too. What do you guys think? I'm going to sleep. I'm so tired. Yuan Cheng appeared on the balcony. I'm going to train later. Zhang Yi was very diligent. He still had to save his sister, Zhang Ying. Lei Jinpeng and Wang Shuo said, Zhou Hao, why don't we go have fun together? Before Zhou Hao could speak, Su Ling glared at him. Go away, you two. Don't lead Zhou Hao astray. Lei Jinpeng and Wang Shuo immediately laughed. Zhou Hao, Be careful not to become a slave to your wife. Yunyan and Fang Yu, who had just walked out, laughed secretly. Su Ling's face turned even redder. Seeing this, Zhou Hao hurriedly retreated into the house. After Su Ling, Fang Yu, and Yunyan left the villa, his body flashed and he arrived at the top floor of the supernatural building. Lei Hu, what's the emergency? He received a message from Lei Hu. Lei Hu's expression was solemn, and his rough voice quickly sounded. Senior Zhou, a peak overlord level queen insect has appeared in the southern spatial rift fortress. The current situation is serious. The insect wave has almost destroyed the iron defense line. Their side has sent an emergency distress signal to us. Zhou Hao's eyes lit up and he immediately said, there's no time to lose. I'll rush over now. The other supernatural experts were worried about the insect wave. However, in his eyes, those insects were all luck points. Lei Hu did not expect Zhou Hao to agree so quickly. He said in admiration, Senior Zhou's attitude towards humans makes us ashamed. Please wait for a moment, I'll immediately send an aircraft over. Zhou Hao waved his hand. No need. I'll fly over directly. With that said, his figure disappeared. Lei Hu was speechless. He really wanted to say that the southern fortress base was very far. Even a supernatural expert traveling at full speed would take a day. Swoosh. Zhou Hao returned. Senior Zhou, let's take the fighter jet. It's faster, Lei Hu hurriedly reminded. It's fine. I've grasped a movement technique so I can travel extremely fast. Lei Hu, send me the location of the southern spatial rift fortress base, Zhou Hao said with a smile. Lei Hu slapped his head. I was careless. I'll send it to you now. The coordinates of the southern rift fortress immediately appeared on Zhou Hao's radar screen. See you. Xiaowan, Ziyan, and the other supernatural experts above the 6th grade saw Zhou Hao's figure disappear and sighed. I wonder if Senior Zhou can make it in time. Since Senior Zhou decided to do it this way, he definitely has the confidence to arrive in time, Lei Hu said slowly. Let's wait for the news. Half an hour later, news arrived from the southern spatial rift fortress base. As soon as the wireless signal connected, Lei Hu asked anxiously, Blind you, how's the situation in your base? Did you contact Senior Zhou's communication channel? Ziyan, Xiaowan, and the other supernatural experts above the 6th grade revealed nervous expressions.